No. The one thing that we want most for our kids, long, happy, healthy lives, is the one thing we can't promise them. We brought these babies into a life that ends way too soon, Max.
Simone Torres.
Always pushing Spike to get a faux hawk. She's awesome.
Yeah, she passed away tonight. And Bianca's probably going to sleep here, so if you could look after the kids, I'd appreciate that.
Absolutely, whatever you need. I am so sorry. Simone was one of the coolest people I'd ever met.
She would love hearing that. Thank you, Rachel.
Everyone sleeping soundly?
Oh, yeah, like two little angels.
I'll get us a cocktail.
This is so wrong. Someone that you love so much, suddenly just gone. I'm gonna walk in that office tomorrow and find some note that she left, or some email that she sent, or some new project that she's working on. And I'm just gonna lose it, Banks. How can Simone not be here anymore? You know, I wasn't half as close to her as you were, but she would pop into my head every so often. You know, just some joke she told, or that laugh of hers, or that intense energy. I need her to be here. I need her to be here and make me laugh again. Did Simone know how important she was to me? Please, God, let her have known.
She knew.
Do you think it could have made a difference if she'd come downstairs with us to celebrate? Zach, do you think that Simone would still be alive if we'd made her go?
It's hard to say.
This is so wrong. This is wrong. Simone, she can't be dead. This is wrong. She still had a million things that she wanted to do with her life. I mean, she wanted to have babies. She wanted to find love again. How can she just be taken away from us like this? There should be a law against people dying young. Zach, are you all right?
Why did Simone have that ribbon in her hand?
Well, they had white ribbons at the bar. They tied them around the drink specials. They were also part of our Christmas gift packaging. Maybe Simone was brainstorming some new idea for the ribbon when she died. She was incredibly innovative. Yeah, she always came up with multiple uses for our products and packaging. She made our company tons of money because of it.
What about the gardenia she had in her hair?
I have no idea. Why? Do you think that means something?
Just one of millions of questions.
Well, right now, I have only one question. Why?
You deserve an answer. Are you ladies going to be okay if I go to the hospital to find out something?
Zach.
Yeah?
Well, listen, you've been so busy making sure we're not falling to pieces. How are you doing with all of this?
Good. Good. I'll be better when we find some answers.
Simone couldn't have been that sick. I mean, she wasn't in the best mood, granted, but she still had energy. Danny even told me that this morning she wolfed down an entire order of curly fries for breakfast. And she never once complained of a stomachache or a headache or anything like that. Did she call in sick a lot? Occasionally, but never because she was actually ill. I mean, there was a great sale going on at Lacey's, or if she had to get ready for some hot date, she would call in with a fake cough.
What does a vigorous, healthy young woman die from?
Maybe her heart got going too fast and just gave out.
Well, it's possible. I mean, if she was on some kind of medication.
After her brother overdosed himself into a coma, Simone wouldn't even touch an aspirin.
Well, it could be something we've never even heard of. I mean, the human body is so complex. I've heard that something like 10% of deaths go unexplained.
What if it was an aneurysm? How scary is that, to literally just drop dead?
Kendall, when's the last time Simone mentioned Ethan?
No, thanks. I won't even consider that Simone did this to herself.
What brings you down here so late at night, Slater?
I want to see Simone's autopsy report. I want to see why she died.
What's it to you?
Where Derek got suicide, I will never know. Simone was not depressed. She was a total extrovert.
She never got moody or felt sad?
Even when she was moody, she was upbeat. And she was never alone. She was always around friends. She had plans every single night of the week.
But even people who are extremely outgoing can still be unhappy. And think about it. Less than a year after the death of her fiancé, she's dressed up almost like a bride.
I told you, she liked to incorporate our packaging into everyday life. Simone didn't kill herself, Bianca. She couldn't have, not without saying goodbye. I was one of her best friends. If she were suicidal, I would have known.
Simone and Kendall were pretty good friends, you know, they were business partners. And Kendall didn't see this coming in a million years, so I don't know, just want to find some answers.
Danny tells me there's a lot of fighting at Fusion.
Girls are passionate about their work.
Who gets Simone's shares of Fusion now?
Oh, man, I know where you're going with this. You got a problem with me because you think I got away with something. Why don't we keep that between us? Keep my wife out of it and don't make this something it's not because of me.
It's just a casual observation. Don't get touchy.
I'm trying to find out how Simone died.
You'll find out when everyone else does.
She was engaged to my son, Derek. Come on, man. Simone and Ethan, they're supposed to have a life together. I was with them underneath the rubble at the Mardi Gras. And I heard what ended up being their last words to each other. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they're buried together. I owe that to my son. You would do the same thing. So yeah, I'm asking you a favor. I'm asking you to just let go of whatever we have here, whatever this is. Just let it go for the sake of my son, for the sake of that beautiful girl in there. Come on, man, just tell me what happened.
I'm giving it to you straight, Slater. I don't know how Miss Torres died. They just brought her in. We won't have anything concrete until morning.
You're a good cop, Derek. You've been doing this a long time. You must have some idea what we're dealing with.
We have so little to go on. Like I told you at the scene, there's no signs of a struggle, no evidence that she was the victim of a violent act.
What does that mean? Her body just gave out?
I'm sticking with my first theory. Suicide.
You can cross suicide off the list. Simone and I were almost as close as you and I are, Banks. I mean, if I were feeling that hopeless, wouldn't you know?
God, I hope so.
No, you would. I know you would. I mean, Simone knew. She knew how horrible I was feeling when Zach and I were having problems. And she was there for me. She helped me get through it. And then when Ethan died, I was there for her. I helped her. We were in tune with each other. We were.
I'm not saying that she did take her own life, but it's possible. And even if you didn't see the signs, it doesn't mean that they weren't there.
No. Bianca, I would know.
Kendall, do you think maybe you're afraid to consider the possibility that Simone did kill herself because that would mean that you let her down?
What if I did? What if Simone really needed me and I was so caught up in my own problems and my own world that I didn't see it? What if I took her for granted, Binks? Simone, the funny girl, the joke. She has to be happy. She doesn't have any real problems.
If that's the only thing that she showed you, how could you be expected to think otherwise?
Yeah, but she was always there for me. She was always there for me because we were friends. I mean, I never even had to ask. She knew exactly when I needed her, and she would make sure she would drop everything until she knew that I was okay. What if the one time that she needed me, I completely failed her? What if this was my turn to be a friend to her and I just completely missed the signs? What if I just let down my best friend and now she's dead because of it?
No, don't even say that. Look, we don't even know for sure how Simone died.
Okay, well, we need to know, okay? I need to know for sure.
Okay, well, she didn't leave a note. So do you think maybe there's something in her things that could tell us what she was feeling, where she was emotionally?
I don't know, but I can't just sit around here and do nothing, okay? We need to do something. Now, Rachel's with the kids, so let's just go. Let's go, please.
Okay.
Kendall doesn't buy suicide, and her and Simone knew each other pretty well.
No one wants to believe that someone they love is in that much pain. Couple that with the guilt she might have felt for not being able to do anything, I can see why Kendall wouldn't want to accept it.
Should have been some signs, no?
You're right. Like you said before, I've been doing this a long time. And when somebody gets that pretty and dolled up so that it looks staged, it's usually intentional. Heart attack or an aneurysm, that's a messy death. People fall over, drive cars off the road, but they don't have time to brush their hair and get a fancy flower.
So you think she went through all that and there was no note? There was no note. You didn't find one, right?
Not yet.
Well, that doesn't add up, Dirk.
It's too soon to make any calls. So we'll wait and see what the talk screen says.
You'll have that first thing in the morning, right?
First thing. You coming?
To Simone.
Where do I go when it's all blown over? Where do I start when it's all gone to the dogs? I'm not bitter, I'm just trying to recover from my island of loneliness. Where do I hide from the careless words you speak? I'm not immune, I just want to see beyond. Beyond my island loneliness. So what should I say? I hear the cannons fire in the distance. Is there a place for the tide to change my heart? Stop wasting time collecting lines. Oh, girl, wake up out of it. Yeah.